Hello everyone, it's MummaBia here and I'm coming to you with another YouTube video on the CivCraft server. Today I want to do a bit of a Civ tour because as you can see here there's quite a few things that have actually changed. It's been a while since I've done a Civ tour video. There's just been so much other fun stuff that's been going on, so I hope you all have been enjoying the videos. I hope you all actually really enjoy the player profile video, the meet the peeps. So guys and gals, welcome to Spawn Bottom. Let's have a look at what's been going on. I am not going to take you into a town hall, obviously because everybody knows what a town hall looks like, but also because something really peculiar has been going on inside the town hall and basically it's a bit of a mess. So let's skip that there. A few cosmetic changes have happened. Our trommel and our cactus farm is still the same, but a new collectible system for dirt and all that kind of stuff has been added in here. We also have a new cactus farm that we just saw working there. And we also have our nether portal out the back here, which includes nearby our altar. So we haven't quite done a lot with the nether again this phase. Basically, without the jackpots, I don't quite find it as fun. But not to say that it's not worth visiting, especially if you are hardcore on your faith. So feel free to check out the nether, work up on your faith, and then you can get all those extra bonuses that come with your faith. Over here we have an automatic melon farm here. And we have a collection point here where we can pick up some of our melons, if I can maneuver the keyboard correctly. So I'll just take some of these. Over here we have some very naughty reeds that are behind bars, but that is an auto collection system. It doesn't produce a lot, but again, as I've mentioned before, it's just wasabi and ice, so not that big of a deal. We've rejigged some of our buildings. This actually still exists from one of the first videos. This is Ari's bachelor pad. Enter at your own risk. When Ari comes to stay and comes to visit, this is where he stays, and essentially it's just a cottage. But it's Ari's cottage. He helped build it, and so therefore we've named it after him. So we have quests to be completed, and I have all this stuff in our warehouse, and I'll show you the warehouse in a second. So if I just click this button here, all the resources come out of our warehouse, and also we have some collection and storage containers here, chests here, in which we can also store some more items if we need to. Okay, so walkway of torches. That's pretty cool. We have another cottage over here. This is Wasabi's man cave, and it's all man in here. And we're going in. Again, similar to Ari's house, it's just the same. It's a cottage, and we've got quests and stuff like that that we can complete using the warehouse, or we can use the stored items that we have set up here as well. Oop. Over here we have what is obviously a reed farm. Whoops, why do I always damage? I always damage the reed farm. Let's just put that back into place. So as per previous videos in previous phases, I think I've done reed farms very similar to this, where we can just very easily walk around and harvest the reed without too much destruction on my part. Sometimes there's a little bit of destruction, but anyway, it's a quick way of being able to get extra reed that our auto reed farm doesn't do. So our auto reed farm will give us the little bits of extra reed that we need, but this one will give us even more. Cool. So moving on into our warehouse. Now we haven't upgraded our warehouse much. It's still on level 2, but I do have dedicated chests to the items that we have up here, that we have above the ground, in which we can store for our warehouse. So I'll just put these items away so that when I do my cottage quest, they come from there. And we also have a warehouse down underground in which I put all like our carrots and potatoes because they come from the farm. And so then that way we're actually taking advantage of 2 warehouses, and then we get double the chests. So if you're familiar with the warehouse, you'll see and you would have noticed that they've changed how the warehouse works. So when you upgrade the warehouse, you essentially unlock a chest, 1. And then when you upgrade it to the next level, you unlock 2. And then when you upgrade the next level, you unlock 3, and so on all the way up to 10, level 10. But the warehouse no longer works like a giant ender chest. So if you have more than 1 warehouse, then you need to upgrade each of them, and each of them unlocks a chest. When you do the quests when you use the warehouse, I should say, for your quests, the quest items, the quest chest that has the little chest inside that goes to the warehouse will essentially search all your warehouse chests for the items that it needs. So for the cottage that we just, the quest that we just did for the cottage up the top, it got melons from here, it got reeds from here, and then down the bottom it got potatoes and carrots from the 2 chests that are unlocked in the warehouse downstairs. So that is really helpful. So I guess you could build multiple warehouses and have access to more chests and essentially do like a chest for each item that you need for your quests. So that's something that we are working on. So this is our trommel. I've just got a couple of extra deposit chests in there because we are pummeling our quarries, which is the one still over there, and there's also one down the end which I'll show you in a second. I think there's mobs underneath us, that's where all that noise is coming from. But essentially we have a level 4 trommel. We will eventually upgrade it, but for now that's all we really need. So we're running out of space in our chest. I'll just dump it in the gravel chest. I'll just be naughty and dump it in the gravel chest. So we have our little AFK smoking room for smokers who are very bad and smoke. That's where you can AFK safely. Also over here is our quarry that was here before, so I'll just chuck some hammers in there and see if there's anything that needs to go into the trommel. Not really. We'll just leave that there for now then. Over here we have our roller coaster, as we know. We also have some random blocks in the middle of nowhere. What's up here? Up to high deposit amounts. I don't know what that means. Oh, okay, cool. So, large deposit chest. So here, we can deposit more and more items. Oh, Wasabi Face, you're so clever. You're so clever with your building. That's really awesome. I love it. Cool. So let's just jump off here because we like to live on the edge. Oh, and we need to eat. So over here we have my pet piggy called Bacon. Hey Bacon. Scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. This here is Big Mama's house. This is my house right here. It's now called Big Mama's house because KFC Hot and Spicy has come back to my town and I've been eating it like crazy, so I'm going to pack on quite a few kilos and live in this big house for Big Mama's house. Same thing, it's just a cottage. This one's not upgraded though, so we only need carrots and potatoes to get a few hammers out of that one. We moved our blacksmiths over here, coming piggy. So over here we have our blacksmiths in which we can smelt only a few items. Don't have a lot of gold because we keep smelting it all, but we do have a lot of iron. Selling iron. If anyone wants to buy iron for beakers, go for it. We have our other quarry over here, so I'll just chuck some hammers into that quarry. And no items to collect there, so that's fine too. Second blacksmith over here. Do we have anything to give you? Nope. Maybe I'll just chuck some iron in you for the sake of it. There we go. Have some iron. Here is our library. I'm a little bit excited about our library. So this is where we can enchant our stuff, and I believe that we have protection 3 items. We can enchant protection 3. We also obviously got our fortune, and I don't know much more about that, but this is where we can come to the librarian, thank you sir, to enchant our goodies. And we also have our barracks with a giant death hole. Apparently the floor hasn't been finished in here, so there's a bit of a death hole there, so be mindful if you do come to visit. And this barracks is where we can train our XP units, and also where we can repair some items here. So I should probably go repair some of our enchanted items that we have gotten from mob drops and stuff like that, or that people might have given us because they're extremely generous. So we can do all that. So now we've got our path that leaves us with lots of room to expand and to build lots more buildings. Because we need to protect ourselves, we have an arrow tower here. This is the same as before. We have our bank. What level are you, Mr. Bank? Level 4. Nice. Nice, Mr. Banker, thank you. Our admin centre hasn't changed. The floor is still made of lava. I haven't done a lot with the farms either. It does take a little bit of work to keep these farms going, and I've kind of neglected them just to do other goofy things on the server. So I've still got odd farms up here. I do plan on replacing, I don't know, maybe I might just let it slide for the rest of this phase. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll get there, maybe I won't. You'll just have to watch the videos to find out if I farm. How boring. So we've turned this area into a little bit of an admin collection center for farm items, and Wasabi has been really hard at work with the redstone items. So here we've got an elevator system in which we have some items coming up from underground, so I can do things like very quickly transfer any of the items that come from the farm. I say quickly because this part's quick. It does take a little while for the items to come up in the elevator, so if you do decide to do an elevator system, that's just something to be mindful of, that it does actually take a little while for the items to eventually come to the surface. But this isn't about being super fast. It's just about convenience. If you do want something super fast, just carry it up in your inventory. Over here we have a Dropevator in which we can put stuff in to drop, and that's just essentially hoppers, and it will go back down. Our lever is still the same. I have actually already flushed the farm, so we don't have to go through that and deal with the water lag. Like I mentioned, I've not done much else with the farm, so these levels are all still the same. The windmill is still windmilling. I have only expanded out to the first tier on all the levels out here, but I do store downstairs. I've got Minnie down one level, and she is looking after everything down below. So if I just show you here, plop. I just have Minnie hiding out in a corner. Now, I'm not sure if this is a really good tactic or not, but I've decided to keep Minnie over this side of the farm. Hi, Minnie. She's wearing a skelly head that has been killed by the infamous, terrifying Richter. So we keep that as a reminder of how terrifyingly terrifying he is. So over this side of the farm, the windmill, as we know, is seeding the farms with carrots and potatoes, and I kept Minnie over this side because the carrots and potatoes do actually grow a little bit faster than the wheat does, and so this way I can actually get 2 harvests out of these row of 3 farms per one of the wheat, or the wheat farms that we have over here. So don't know if it is the best way to go about it, and to be perfectly honest, I do actually have to break the redstone up there to harvest all the carrots and potatoes. But if I'm watching it and if I'm keeping an eye on the progression of the farm, then yeah, that's what I can do. Sorry, Wasabi, I don't know if you've noticed, I had to break a hole in the wall to break Minnie out one day because our actual normal entrance has been clogged up. So I had to break a hole in the wall to get out again. This is the drop zone and the original entrance to the farm. We now have a nice walkway here in which we can see how everything's progressing with my nice airy draft hole. Some extra chests and whatnot to help us keep everything in order. And then down here we go to our collection area. So our collection area, we have some nice organized items here for things like the item elevator, so that we can pop the items in here and then they will appear up the top in the elevator. This is the Dropevator, so this is where those items end up when you drop them down. We've just got some chests for storing random stuff in. This is a bread box so that we can put some bread in here. I might just dump you in there. We've got some seed storage. We have a manhole. No laughing at the manhole. We have some dirt disposal items there, and this, of course, is the Seedy McSeed Faces drop system down into the farm. So I have items here to collect now that I have harvested the farm. When I built this, Wasabi's like, oh wow, you built a sorting system. And I was like, yeah, no, I didn't. I just built a chest with some hoppers to take all the wheat all the way over there to the bakery because I was too lazy to walk that far. Yep, that is me. Too lazy to walk a couple of blocks. So anyways, this is our bakery in here. We can put our wheat in here, and then we can collect our bread from here. And then over this side, I have our warehouse downstairs that I said that we had. So this one is actually at level 3. So I can put carrots in there, I can put potatoes in there, and I can put some wheat and bread in here. So you don't obviously have to do it like I've done. You could mix them up. You can chuck whatever you want in these chests. When it comes down to doing the quests, the quest system will search all of the active chests to pull out the items that it needs. So one of the other things that we have done is built our granaries underground. This is just for simplicity's sake and just because it's easy, because everything is down under here. So I can just use the warehouse there to collect the hammers and complete the quests in our granaries, and I'm nice and close too, so if I do run out of bread or if I need to quickly craft some more, then I can just quickly run across and do that there. So that's nice and handy. So I'm not going to complete all our granary quests, I should say there. This side we have our carrots and potatoes. So I'm just going to steal some of these in which to put into the warehouse so that I can keep the warehouse nice and stocked. Also to put some into some chests that we have up the top so that, nope, wrong one, you've got to remember which one's for which. Plenty of carrots. I did go a little over the top on farming carrots when we started the carrot farm because we had so many potatoes. So I was all about the carrots, and now we've got too many carrots. Not to say that it's a bad thing, because the other thing is that we had a pasture. Did I not show you the pasture upstairs? I mustn't have shown you the pasture. Anyways, so in here, just to sort of make the farm produce an even amount of carrots and potatoes, what I've sort of been doing is just alternating carrots and potatoes into what goes into the windmill below. So I might do like a row of potatoes and then like a row of carrots, sort of thing, just to try and even up the distribution, I guess, of carrots and potatoes as they come out. Ideally, if I could be bothered, it would have been good to have like a separate row of farms, one for potatoes, one for carrots, but I'm actually too lazy to build one, so that's not happening. So I might just move these into the elevator so that we can see how that works. There we go. Cool. And let's just transfer some of this bread across into our bakery. So while I'm doing the rest of the Civ tour, it's working really hard. I'm not going to worry too much about the seeds. I know that there is enough in there. Except for yesterday, I think it was, my windmill stopped working and I was sort of slightly freaking out, thinking that it was broken and was like devastated because you know how much I love the windmill. But actually what happened was I had done my hoppers, done something wrong with my hoppers, and so it basically wasn't feeding all the seed down properly. So anyway, I fixed that up. That was just a little mistake on my behalf. Okay, cool. So let's just put these potatoes in there. I might actually steal you, wheat, and put you in the bakery as well, because we're gonna need a lot of you to complete all our quests. And then let's head back up and I'll see if I can find the pasture. I'm not sure what happened and how I managed to skip it. I think I just walked straight past it. So our pasture is over here. I think I missed it before while I was reed harvesting. So this is our pasture. Strange. I thought I saw something. So in our pasture here, we can actually we currently need to spawn cows because cows give us leather and leather gives us the books. Oh, we've done our quests. Damn it. Anyways, so we have done the quests for the day, which means that we actually I can't show you how to kill cows. I guess that's kind of a good thing. Anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much all there is to show on our little Civ tour. Nothing really new, aside from, or nothing else new, I should say, aside from no, that's pretty much it. All the buildings that I showed you. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Again, I'm slightly amazed at the response from everyone. So that's really, really cool. Thank you. To send this off, I'm going to jump into Play 2 Cart, go for a ride on the coaster, and wish you all a farewell. And I'll see you online. Oh wow! Oh my god! It's changed so much. Ooh. How did the card end up in front of me? Oh my god. Freaky coaster. Freaky coaster. I'm going to do that again. Do-do-do. Wonder if I go at the back. Whee! Oh! Oh no! Oh dear, Death Coaster strikes again.